So guys, today we are going to be talking about dupes on some popular niche fragrances by the brand Giuliana's Perfume that I came across when I was searching for an affordable alternative to a very expensive fragrance by Kilian that is called Rolling in Love. And when I saw the selection of fragrances from this brand, I was absolutely stunned because they were inspired by some of my all-time favorites. So I got a few, and in this video I will be sharing with you my experience with them. So keep on watching for all the details, and don't forget to subscribe if you're here for the first time, and please give this video a huge thumbs up if you would be interested in a part 2. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's review on Giuliana's perfumes that I'm so excited about, because not only I found the dupe to Rolling in Love fragrance that is very expensive, but I love so much that it took me on a journey to find an alternative, and that's how I found out about Giuliana's Perfume. And I really love that not only a lot of their fragrances are inspired by the perfumes I love so much, but maybe don't own for the reason that they are too expensive for me at the moment. So they offer you something with the very same quality, but for definitely way more affordable price. But it's also very cool that they are showing you what is coming up next. You can actually vote for the next new release, choosing one from the list. So I highly recommend you to check out their official website. And with that being said, let's get started. The first perfume I want to talk about is the one that I knew I need to get, because it's the inspiration for one of my most favorite gourmands, and it is of course Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. The one that I find is the perfect sweet gourmand because it is so fresh and juicy, very everyday time friendly, but bougie enough for a special occasion with an absolutely amazing performance. And it is also special to me because I got it because of your donations. Thanks to you, I actually purchased one of my all-time favorite perfumes that I'm going through quite quickly. And who remembers that when I received it, the juice was see-through, and now it has gotten darker. So that's actually a lot of fun, and also very interesting that Giuliana's Perfume take on it that comes in the presentation like this has the darker juice as well. So, you know, even in the color they are very similar, just like in the way they smell. So let's apply both of them. And what I really appreciate about Love Don't Be Shy, and what makes it so interesting to me, is that in the opening it is actually very fresh, unlike many other gourmand perfumes. You get the neroli with its bitter part and a lot of orange blossom, blooming honeysuckle and other floral notes, and you will get that in both of fragrances. But in the dry down, the fragrance is getting sweeter because of sugar, vanilla, caramel, and even civet listed in the notes. I have no idea if they actually put it inside, but maybe that's why it has this badass touch to it without being too bitchy, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, a night to remember. Giuliana's take on this fragrance is very beautiful. It is also fresh, floral, and then in the base it is getting sweeter, caramelized, sugary, very nice to wear, also compliment getting noticeable. And I love that it is so similar to Love Don't Be Shy that now I have this everyday time alternative to that. So with that being said, now let's move on to the fragrance that was actually inspired by Rolling in Love. And I gotta be honest with you, I think that they are so similar that now I don't even think I will actually pull the trigger and get that super expensive fragrance. But the thing is, Benny loves it, I love it, and probably a couple of years later it's gonna be even more expensive. So who knows, maybe I will end up getting a bottle for the collection or not, but for now I'm absolutely satisfied with Head Over Heels, because I am head over heels about this gorgeous fragrance that, as the original one, is all about the almond milk. You know, it's not too powdery, just like almond is alone, and it is not too milky, creamy, like tonic, if you know what I'm talking about. It is just like pure milk, so smooth, so silky, also a little bit powdery because of ambrette and iris and vanilla, very delicate yet long-lasting, and Benny wears it now, Benny loves it, and actually it is well received by men. Let me know if you have any experience with the original or any dupe, and if you notice that men really react positively to this specific fragrance, because I feel it has like a kind vibe to it, and sometimes men really enjoy very soft and beautiful perfumes, but I love that this one has power, so it is actually noticeable for you to receive a compliment, and it is also very versatile, so I love it very much and I'm very satisfied with it. But now we have come to my favorite part of this video, because we're going to be talking about some Guerlain's inspirations, and if you haven't known that about me, I love this brand. It is my favorite. I love the DNA of it, and within their expensive, this exclusive range that they re-release now and made even more expensive, they have the fragrance Angelique Noir, and I remember when I was introduced to this perfume and first applied it in the shop, I received compliments from strangers in the train on my way home. So you cannot even imagine how excited I was when I saw that Giuliana's perfume has a take on it called Red Carpet Affair, and this perfume you could literally wear to that event. You guys, this is vanilla unlike any other. Do you know why? Well, first of all, vanilla is one of my favorite notes, okay? It can be different, it can be really sweet and thick, it can be fruity, it can be floral, it can be fresh, it can be powdery. This is angelic vanilla. It features a note of angelica, but it is not too herbal, not too bitter in here. I love that it brings in like a very interesting touch, freshness, without making it herbaceous. Also there is pear, and this fruit, oh my god, it definitely brings in some magical element into the composition, because you know when the fruit is so ripe that when you're cutting it's like crisp and juicy. I get that in the opening, and also it is slightly floral. Vanilla in here is so like to die for, and I actually gave it to my mom. You know why? Because the other day she came to me and was like, Yana, what's new? Do you have a new fragrance for me? And I find this perfume suits blonde particularly well, so you cannot go wrong with this perfume. I always compliment my mom when she wears it. I receive compliments for it, and I find it has an incredible, remarkable similarity with the original one that is absolutely too expensive, and I didn't purchase it back then, and now I have a very close dupe, so I'm very happy about that. But let's continue with Guerlain's inspirations and talk about their take on the fragrance Tonka Imperial that is called Dark Opulence. So this is a very interesting perfume that people sometimes compare to a very popular Fève Délicieuse from Dior's expensive exclusive collection, but I find this one is a bit more interesting because it features notes of rosemary and pine together with bitter almond, tonka bean and tobacco. So it is a thicker gourmand. Tonka bean is definitely the main note in here. It is powdery, but not as sweet and dense as, for example, Fève Délicieuse. And I feel that's because of rosemary and pine that are not herbal in here, but they just make it a bit more cool. But the fragrance is warm, and I will be wearing it this holiday season because it's definitely a very mass appealing perfume. People notice that it is different, yet the sweetness attracts them. And I find that this rosemary and pine also makes it amazing for the colder weather. So yeah, it is absolute gem, and I'm very satisfied with it, also with the performance. But let's end this video on the sweetest note today and talk about their take on the perfume people go crazy about, Gourmand Coquine from Guerlain, that is called Call Me By Your Name. I mean, like the dupe. And I gotta be honest with you, I've never smelled the original perfume, but I know that people love it a lot, and I can always get along with a beautiful chocolate fragrance, which it is. I mean, like, the experience is so authentic that it's not like walking into the chocolate factory. It's still a perfume, don't get me wrong, but the chocolate is the main note in here, and it is dark, it is seductive, just with a few spritzes of rose, so not too boozy, but like with this sexy playful vibe. Vanilla is spicy in here, and I love that Giuliana's perfume has a few other perfumes inspired by Guerlain's fragrances, because so far their takes on that brand are absolutely phenomenal. So I think Call Me By Your Name is also like a thicker gourmand that's gonna be amazing during the winter time. So in case you would like to receive some attention, I wore it to Benny's football game the other day and people turned their hats. So that is my experience with this brand so far. I cannot wait to check out more of their perfumes. They have inspirations on Delina, on Oriana, on Lost Cherry and Baccarat Rouge. I'm personally not the fan of that fragrance, but I know a lot of you are. So let me know if you would be interested in part 2. If you would like to see that video, please thumbs up this one. Also, if you enjoyed watching it, if you found it helpful, if you haven't heard about this brand and now you will be checking out their fragrances, I find that they chose absolutely phenomenal fragrances and were inspired by some of the most spectacular hits in niche and also designer perfumery. And I also enjoy and appreciate that they actually offer us something that has been discontinued or that is extremely hard to get, or something that is so pricey that not everyone can afford. But thanks to this brand and also their quality, because you know, sometimes the brands that dupe other, they have similar fragrances that don't last. I can point out the actual longevity of the perfume. So yeah, let me know which of the fragrances you will be checking out, and let me know if you have any dupe suggestions for the fragrance I featured today. I would be interested in that. And of course, if you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. So just drop me a comment down below, because I'm always so excited to hear from you. Let's chat down below, and don't forget to check out the description box. There you'll find all the helpful information. You can donate on Buy Me Coffee website or shop with my discounts to save some money. That is another way you can support me. And follow me on social media so we can stay in touch. And if you have any other video ideas, please share them with me in the comments. And on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We will see each other next one really soon. Bye guys!